Hey, my YouTube loves, it's your girl Ash and Charmy, your favorite mother-daughter YouTube channel, coming back to you guys with a traditional Jamaican Sunday dinner featuring fried chicken cooked down in rice and peas. If you guys want to learn how to make this step by step, please stay tuned. Okay guys, so to start off, I have the peas that I use for my rice and peas. I use the one that I put on the side of the picture. That's the one that I normally use, but because I didn't have it at the moment at home, I just used the one that I have, which is the Goya. But I do actually like the Diana much better. So, but it's your preference. Any red peas should do. Okay, guys, so just a heads up, just make sure that you guys rinse your peas as much as you would like. I normally do it like 2-3 times just to wash off any excess dirt or anything that would be on there straight out of the bag. And then we're going to go ahead and get started on the next step. Okay, guys, so I'm not sure exactly how big my pot is. I will look at it and link it to the video and just put it on the video how big it is. But I normally fill my pot up to about half of the pot before I actually put it on the stove. That's how much water I typically use while cooking my rice and peas. Okay guys, so next step is our scotch bonnet peppers. You don't have to add this step if you don't like spicy food, but I do like my food spicy, so I'm going to add 2 peppers. Make sure you rinse them as much as you want, as usual. Crack them open in the middle and drop them inside your pot of water and peas. Guys, so this next step is crucial for rice and peas. Once you guys see that your peas are boiling up after about 15 minutes, all of your peas starts rising to the top of the water. Keep in mind you want your peas to boil until it's absolutely as soft as it can get. So once you see that it's boiling up and they're all rising to the top, I want you to take 1 cup of cold water and pour it inside your pot of hot water so that all your peas can sink to the bottom of the pot and can continue to cook as soft as they can. Okay guys, so next, while we're waiting for our peas to cook and soften, I'm going to start on my chicken. I already seasoned it off camera, so I'm just showing you guys what seasonings I used on top of my chicken. I used the Jamaican meat seasoning, which you guys can find at Bravo, or you can find it at Broward Meat and Fish, but I normally always buy it from Bravo. I poured that on top. I use some onion powder and I use some black pepper. I'm going to leave the onion, green pepper, and garlic for the top of it when I'm ready to actually cook it down. Okay guys, so sorry if the background looks a little crazy. My mom likes to fry chicken outside because she doesn't like the smell of the chicken inside the house when she's done cooking. So I have here a stir fry pot that I got from Macy's for about $20. It is our go-to pot for frying anything because all you gotta do is plug it in and it's ready to go. Make sure that your oil is very hot in your pot before you add your chicken to it. Once you think it's hot enough to your liking, go ahead and start placing your meat in there in different sections, different sizes, however you want it to be in there, and just let it sit there and cook until it's golden brown on one side, and then you can go ahead and switch them over to the next side so that both sides can be that nice, pretty golden brown. Okay guys, so once your chicken is that nice crispy golden brown on one side, you can go ahead and flip your chicken over to the next side so both sides can be that pretty golden brown. If you want your chickens to be a little bit more on the crispy side, let them get as brown as you like. I figured that mine were a little bit on the extra brown side, so they were a little bit extra crunchy and crispy, and that's the way I like it. If you guys would like it to be a little bit more soft and tender, go ahead and just make sure that yours is a lighter brown and then switch sides. Okay guys, once you notice that your chicken is nice and golden brown on both sides, go ahead and transfer your chicken over to another pot just to sit there, rest, and cool down a little bit while we wait for all of our chicken to be fried, and then we can go ahead and start the cook down process. Okay guys, so while the rest of my chicken is frying, I decided to go ahead and check on my peas. After about 30 to 40 minutes, I noticed that my peas are completely soft and squishable, so they're ready to start on the next step of my rice and peas. These are the ingredients that I'm going to need for my next step. 2 cans of Grace coconut milk. You have the option to use any coconut milk that you would like, green onions, and thyme. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I poured both of my cans of Grace coconut milk into my water and peas with my scotch bonnet peppers still included in my pot at the moment. Then I'm going to go ahead and, of course, once again, rinse all my ingredients. I'm going to rinse my green onions, rinse my thyme, and I'm going to go ahead and break them up, and then I'm going to put them in my pot. Okay, so I have my pot boiling with my coconut milk and all my other ingredients for about 5 to 10 minutes, and now I'm going to go ahead and get started on my rice. I'm using jasmine rice, and I'm also using my rice cooker cups, and I'm going to use about 6 cups of rice. Remember to always, always, always wash your rice. You guys see how dirty it looks at the moment. I normally wash my rice about 3-4 times until I can actually see through the water and it gets a lot more clear. Once I'm done washing my rice, I'm going to go ahead and start taking handfuls out of my bowl. Make sure to shake off that excess water that's in your hand that settles in the rice from when you wash it off, and just take scoops of it, shake it off, and then you can go ahead and dump all of that into your actual pot that has your peas, your coconut milk, your water, and all your other ingredients. Okay guys, so once I put my rice in my pot, I go ahead and mix it all together so I can get all my ingredients mixed well together. And then I'm going to go ahead, it's up to you if you want to add salt to your rice because there is salt in the seasoning that you already put on your chicken. But I normally just add a little bit more salt in my rice to add a little bit more flavor. It's up to your better judgment of how many salt you actually want to put in your rice. Okay guys, so at this very moment, I'm going to go ahead and remove all the scotch bonnet peppers out of my rice. I don't want anybody biting into that while they're eating because that would be extremely hot. So at this moment, I'm going to remove all of them out of my rice, and then I'm going to get started on my final step. Make sure that you mix your rice very, very good so that you can get all your ingredients and everything mixed in together before you go ahead and stick your rice in the oven. I always oven bake my rice and peas at the end just so I can get that nice oveny. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I just love that nice charted taste that it comes with. And I also love the fact that it never burns the bottom of the rice. So go ahead, cover your rice pot, stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes, and you'll be good. Okay guys, so while my rice is actually cooking for the last 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start on my chicken. As you guys can see, I already cut up my onions, my green peppers. I added some more green onions and some more thyme to my actual chicken so that I can cook it down. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I make the gravy, the sauce that goes on top of my chicken that I'm going to actually cook it down in. Okay, guys, so use your better judgment. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just using how much I feel like there should be in there. I'm going to be putting a little bit of browning, some ketchup, some Louisiana hot sauce, and then I'm going to go ahead, add some hot or cold water. I preferably always use hot water to my bowl. Make sure that I mix my sauce up thoroughly so that I don't have anything settling at the bottom of my bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour that over my chicken. The most crucial step is to make sure that you're making enough sauce so that it goes over the entire pot of chicken. You don't want to really see your chicken. Maybe it can peek at the top of it, but you want majority of your chicken to be covered with that gravy sauce so it can cook it down. Then you want to go ahead, once you're done mixing that sauce thoroughly, you want to go ahead and pour it right on top of your chicken and make sure once again that it is covered completely. Once you go ahead and finish that step, you can mix your chicken in, push it down so that you make sure all of them are under that gravy sauce. Go ahead, cover your pot with that chicken and let it sit there and cook for a little bit. After about 15 to 20 minutes, you can come back and check on your chicken. You want to make sure that your chicken, after you wait that 15 to 20 minutes, you want to make sure that your gravy sauce is thickened. Okay, guys, so it's been about 15 minutes that I've had my chicken cooking on the stove at high medium heat, which is about an 8 to 9 on my stove. And as you guys can see, the gravy sauce is still to the point where it looks like water, which you absolutely don't want. It's up to you if you want to add a little bit of oil to it so that it can thicken it up. I normally just wait about 10 more minutes to get thickened on its own. While I'm going to wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and check on my rice since it's been about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. And here we are. Our rice is completely done. It smells great. It looks great. And I already know it's going to be absolutely delicious. Just look at it. Okay, guys, so it's been about 10 more minutes since the last time I checked on my chicken. And as you guys can see, it's absolutely ready. As you can see, that gravy is at a thick and rich moisture and no longer looks like absolute water. And it's going to taste and fit great over my already done perfect rice and peas. Okay, guys, so now that my meal is completely done, I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of my delicious meals into my serving bowls. So here it is. I'm transferring my perfectly cooked down fried chicken into one of my serving bowls. I'm pouring that nice rich gravy right over the top of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to start dishing out into my other serving bowl my perfect rice and peas. As you guys can see, I'm digging this rice and peas from the bottom of my pot and there is absolutely no charred, no burned bottom of my rice. And that's all because I took the liberty of baking it complete to the end in my oven. Just a heads up, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I did go ahead and I put my oven on 250. You want to make sure that you're not putting it on no more than 275 or it will burn your rice, and only keep it in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. So now, as you guys can see, my meal is completely done. Oh my gosh, it looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it. I have my rice and peas and I have my fried chicken cooked down with my homemade specialty gravy sauce. That looks delicious. If you guys like this video, please give it a like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again in our next video. Bye!